In the last few days, since Friday, 14th of May 2021, there's been a lot of discussion about the BBI judgment that was made by the High Court. And as Maendeleo Chap, we have read the judgment and would like to make our position clearly known after consulting our elected leaders and our electorate all the way to the ground. And now would like Kenyans to know our position. As a party, we thank the judges for going to a great length to come up with the judgment, but respectively, we differ with the findings. It is our respectful overriding view that the judges placed a lot of importance on procedural technicalities and academic semantics and ignored the substantial issues that BBI seeks to cure in our society. The Constitution of Kenya, 2010, enjoins our judiciary at Article 152, subsection 2D, to administer justice without undue regard to procedural technicalities, which we believe in this case include the scholarly semantics that seem to have formed a critical part of the judge's thinking. We are not saying that scholarly work is bad. No. What we are saying is that not all academics, theories, and philosophies are binding. As a party, we believe that had the judges exercised their mind on the progressive provisions contained in the BBI, as well as the political and economic reality of our country vis-a-vis these procedural technicalities, perhaps, and we're saying perhaps, in totality, they could have arrived at a different finding and they would have ruled differently. We believe that on a scale, a greater public interest is served by the passage of BBI than its stoppage. I'd like to highlight a few things. One, the reality is that most of our youths in this country, who make up over 75%, are jobless, do not have economic power, and are looking for a way to lift them from poverty. BBI has that section on tax relief, has a section on growing manufacturing and industrialization to help our young people. And this is very, very important. So this judgment to some of the young people felt like the cutting of an umbilical cord that was going to give them a lifeline into the future, because the present is not very, very encouraging. Number two, money needs to go to the ground. Devolution has changed Kenya. With the 15%, we've been able as governors and as counties to do miracles compared to what has been done since independence. We are going to get more money. Now, when you say no to BBI, it just means that more money is going to be left in the national government, na itakuwa ni maisha ya kama kawaida with all the corruption and things over there. So it's something to consider in terms of where we are as a country. Now, many parts of this country have complained about marginalization. And we need to have a country where people feel that you're a Kenyan, regardless of where you're born. And so some of those issues are cured by the BBI amendments and proposals that were there. So we continued with this system that people view as skewed by saying no to these amendments, or what happens? And lastly, does a person lose their rights as a citizen when they become elected? Does it mean that popular initiatives can only be coming in from civil society or people in the villages, but if you're an elected member of parliament or a governor or a president, then you're no longer a citizen? You cannot come up with an idea and lead from the front with a popular initiative? Does it mean it has only to come from the civil society or others? Do you mean that now as an elected leader who is elected by hundreds and thousands of people, by millions of people who have actually given you a mandate, that you actually lose the power to actually listen to their voice and lead from the front? So these are some issues that the Court of Appeal may need to look at when this is presented before them. All in all, we are saying that let us respect the judiciary, let us not personalize judicial findings, but let us respectfully also say that we disagree with the findings. And that is why the Court of Appeal is critical. But as Maendeleo Chap, we are saying that there are many people who we can be pro-poor, pro-people, pro-economy, pro-peace, and pro-stability. And these are things that BBI was going to help us. It may not be the cure for all our problems, but it was going to take us to a step. I wish the Attorney General and others good luck and all the best as they go to the Court of Appeal, because this is momentous for our country. And tell our people that the BBI is not overhauling the constitution and giving us a new constitution. No, we are just amending sections, and amendments are okay. In a country, let's not get too excited about amendments. Let's not get too excited about technicalities. Let us see what is important, wholesome figure for the rest of our people.